Alright, so this week's episode, we're going to talk about sports. Something that I've wanted to do as part of this walk and talk for a while. So if you're not interested this week, you could just hit the back button. Or if you're on the YouTube app, you can just honestly swipe down. Or if you see that other option that says go to the next video, go to the next video. Well, that's what I wanted to do originally before Pine Power did his content change. So yes, we're going to talk about sports this week. Now, if you don't know what's taking place tomorrow and you're in La La Land, I will let you all know what's going on if you have wanted to watch this video. Want to in particular. Tomorrow is MLB's, Major League Baseball's, non-waiver trade deadline. Now, what's so important about tomorrow regarding the deadline? Well, the deadline is tomorrow afternoon, and I will be keeping an eye on it. But I'm hoping the Yankees might get another pitcher. As you can tell, I'm wearing the Yankee hat. Yes. I'm hoping the Yankees will get another pitcher. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy we got J.A. Happ. I'm very happy we added another reliever. But here's the next problem. You know, the Yankees are supposed to be a deep team, right? We're supposed to go to the World Series this year. And I feel bad for Judge. Again, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm supposed to have sympathy for Aaron Judge. The guy gets plunked by a ball right in the wrist. And guess what happens? He can't swing a bat for 3 more weeks. So my problem is, alright, Brian Cashman wants to get another outfielder, but the problem is, what's going to happen to that outfielder when Aaron Judge comes back? Because I agree with what Mike Francesa said after Judge got plunked. He's an everyday player. You can't just replace him. Same with Giancarlo Stanton. What if Stanton gets hurt? He's mostly DHing every day. My problem with the lineup, I'll just quickly mention this, is that why isn't Aaron Hicks playing DH? Stanton should be in the outfield every day. That's not the first problem I have. The next problem I have is, I'm going to say this again. Why is Brian Cashman going after an outfielder? We need another pitcher. Because the problem is, what if CC Sabathia gets injured again and the knee acts up? Or what if Tanaka's arm has a problem? I like Chris Archer. But the only problem is we have Sheffield right now in the lineup. And excuse the house noises from that house, but Sheffield's our number 1 prospect. How are we supposed to, keep our prospects if we're getting somebody now just to not think about the future? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy we got rid of Shreve in a way, because Shreve, honestly, is supposed to be a middle reliever. So bye-bye, Jason Shreve. But the next problem is, what are the Yankees going to do to get Chris Archer? That's the next problem. And honestly, I want to get better lighting. What's wrong with the lighting around here? I don't know anymore. Yeah, that's better lighting. So, here's the issue. We can't get rid of Sheffield. Sheffield is our number 1 prospect. So, what's Brian Cashman going to do tomorrow to possibly get another pitcher? Is he going to get Chris Archer? I want to see Chris Archer. But for the Mets' sake, no matter what happens tomorrow, Jacob deGrom needs to get traded. I feel bad for the guy. In case you didn't see what happened on Saturday, deGrom was pitching well against the Pirates. But guess what happens? He gives up 5 runs! Because the guy doesn't even have a good team around him. He used to have a good team. Alright. The Mets had that highlight 3 years ago. This isn't 3 years ago. It's time to clean house. Even if you can get rid of DeGrom via waivers, do that. You have another 30 days to get rid of him. after this deadline because you have the waiver deadline at the end of the month. But the problem is, if he does get traded to a contending team, the issue is he can't play in the October roster because, once your rosters go to 40 men, come September, right, because the beginning of the season, not 40 men. Come September 1st, you can expand your rosters to 40 men. That's why I'm hoping the Yankees are going to call up Sheffield. I want to see him pitch. He's part of our farm system. But in order to get another pitcher, we cannot risk getting rid of him. That's what the Mets are probably going to want to ask for. But overall, Archer is our number one guy, I think, right now to get. If we don't get him, okay, at least we got another southpaw. Because historically, Happ does very well against the Red Sox. I'm looking forward to seeing him pitch again. He pitched really well yesterday. I thought he was able to eat some innings. He did his job. The next part is, now you have to worry about the Red Sox. We're far behind. We have a lot of work to do. But we have an easy task. We have an easy 2 games against Baltimore. We could beat them, but once we play Boston, it's going to be a really hard series. I'm hoping we can take 3 out of 4. But Brian Cashman, if you really have a heart, make the right move. Think about the future. If we don't win the World Series this year, and Sheffield's part of the core, then keep Sheffield. But if you feel that you want to win the World Series now, then fine, trade him. See how many Yankee fans like me are going to react when he gets traded away, and a top 10 player who everybody has ranked, including Baseball America, as one of the best guys in the country, in the minors, gets traded away to a horrible team, and that team gets to develop. And he becomes a star on that team. So, that's pretty much the end of the walk and talk this week. Just remember, the deadline is tomorrow. The non-waiver Major League Baseball deadline is tomorrow. Sometime around 3 or 4 o'clock, I think teams have to notify the league about a trade. But if not, if anything, teams are allowed to make trades after. It just has to be via waivers. So no matter what, there still could be moves after the non-waiver deadline, because once you say, oh, I want to waive this guy, and they claim him, and that's how it works. That's how baseball works as a business. So there could be a lot of moves today, a lot of moves tomorrow. So I don't know how I'm going to react if Sheffield gets traded, because if he gets traded, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. It's a young kid. He has a lot of future, so that's going to wrap it up. Keep an eye on this deadline tomorrow, because it's going to be interesting, to say the least. So I'm going to get going. This concludes the weekly walk and talk. Until next time, everyone, take care.